Yeah, so I mean, to be honest with you, when it happened, I think it was I want to say 2017 or 2018. Yeah, it would have been 2018, I think, Six Nations. And I was so, like, I can't even summarize how tired I was in that whole campaign. And my Achilles was sore throughout the entire campaign. And then I woke up on the morning or 2 days before the Ireland game, which was the last game. They were going for the Grand Slam. And I think we were in fourth or fifth at this point. So we were basically completely out and everyone was knackered and I was absolutely cooked. And I woke up that day anyway and my Achilles wasn't hurting. So I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Little did I know that literally I went out to play the game and ruptured my Achilles about 25 minutes in. And it was strange, mate, because on the one hand, I was like, oh my God, my Achilles, like the one, there's a few injuries athletes don't want. You don't want to tear your ACL and you don't want to tear your Achilles. I just tore my Achilles. But in the same vein, I was like, oh my, thank God I have a break because I was so tired. I honestly, I can't summarize how mentally and physically fatigued I was at that point. And I shouldn't have played in the game, but it was only because I got switched to play fullback. I really wanted to play fullback. My Achilles started feeling better the 2 days before. I was like, okay, yeah, like let's do this. And then anyway, as part of the rehab, I was 4 months in, and this is why I say about keeping the main thing the main thing. I went to do a photo shoot, and it wasn't that I was doing anything untoward at the photo shoot, but when you've got you're rehabbing an injury, and I'm 4 months into an Achilles rupture, you probably should just make sure everything is 100% or as good as it can be, and there's no risk whatsoever in what you're doing before you go out there. So I went to catch a ball standing still and I felt my Achilles rupture again 4 months in. And I was like, that really might be it. And I kind of, at that point, you have to wait 2 weeks or 10 days before you can have a surgery. And then you have 2 weeks on the other side to stop infections and all that stuff. So I basically had like 3, 4 weeks after I ruptured the second time to like get my head screwed on, figure out how I was going to approach this and what I was going to do. And I kind of just said to myself that, if this is the end and I can't play rugby again, I can't let it be because of me not be willing to go to the nth degree to make sure that I gave it every opportunity. So I literally went crazy. Like, I mean, yeah, I lost my mind in a good way, but I lost my mind in the process of reading everything, researching everything, investing everything into anything that could help 1%, 2%, 5%. And I just went for it with everything I had. Um, I think that it paid dividends, but that's not to say that it was straightforward. Like it wasn't like, mindset shift and that's it. There's still peaks and troughs in that whole process. Like I remember one day after training, I was struggling to do something that 10 days previous I'd done pretty easily. So obviously that's a bit of a sketchy moment. And I called my old man and I was like borderline breakdown situation. And he was like, well, mate, do you want to carry on playing or not? And I was like, bro, do you not get it? Like, but
I never get it.
nah, but in the weirdest way, it was like so black and white that it just made perfect sense. It was just like, well, if you want to carry on playing, this is what you got to do, and you got to go through with it. If you don't, then you just stop playing now. So, or stop training and doing all the stuff you're doing now. So, to me, it sounds really insensitive and stupid, but like it literally was like a switch flicked, and that was it. Back on track again. So yeah, mate, it was a awful, awful 13, 14 months, but it was like super. I don't want to say if I could go back, I'd do it all again because I wouldn't. But I learned so much in the process that it was still valuable.